Hi everyone, it's Lisette and welcome to Proverbs Home. I am so happy you could be here today. But before I start this video, let me go on ahead. I think I'm gonna have to let my cat out. He wanted to come in when I started the video and he likes to go in and out, in and out. Anybody has a pet that does the same thing? But anyway, today's video is much to do about nothing. Why did I call it that? Because it was one of those videos when you don't know what to make a video about, but you do, but you don't know what you're in the mood to make a video about, that kind of thing. That's one of these videos. So it's much to do about nothing. However, it's much to do about something too, because I have a bag here that I'm going to share with you in my haul bag. And this is from Dollar General. And I'm going to share with you some things I got for prepping for my pantry. But I'm also going to share with you why I think prepping can be a good thing, but why I think it also can be a not very good thing. Before we start, let me show you my candle. I got this candle at Kenny's. If you ever heard of Kenny's, it's like a Walgreens. I don't know. I know in every region, some regions have them, some regions don't. But I gotta show you this candle. It's amazing. This is Cozy Cashmere. And I picked this up and they were actually, if you have a card at Kenny's, these were actually $12.99. The regular price was $19.99, but I never spent $20 on a candle. So this is from Village Candles, and this is the Cozy Cashmere, and it smells amazing. I got this one, and I also got the Balsam Fir, which is one of our favorites. We love that woodsy smells, just amazing. So yeah, I picked this up for $12.99. So if you have a Kenny's near you, if you have a Kenny's card, you can get these for $12.99, and these are the 24 ounces. And oh, it smells amazing. I love it. So I put it here in my craft room so I can enjoy it, and it just has such a nice soft smell. It's not too strong. I was in the store and I wasn't sure if I had a card or not, and when the lady rung me up, it was like 20, 40, almost $50 for what she rung me up for, and I'm like, wait a minute, they were $12.99. She goes, only with your card. But there was this very nice lady that was online behind me. She's like, I have a card. Don't worry about it. She goes, use mine. And she let me use the card. And I thought that was very kind of her. So it's always nice to pay it forward and be kind to others. But I wanted to talk about prepping. But before we do that, let me show you some of the goodies I have in this bag. I think that you may enjoy. Like I said, this is much to do about nothing, because the things I have in the bag are maybe things that are not like, you know, like bulk or anything like that, or canning or anything, but it's still stuff that I can use. But I will be right back because my cat wants to go out. Okay, so I had to let the cat out. So let's go on ahead, and we're not gonna let the cat out this bag. We're gonna let some preppy items out of here. So let me show you what I have. Okay, I did pick up the extra noodles. I like having the egg noodles. What's great about these, you can make them like boil the egg noodles and then put some butter in them, maybe little bacon bits. You can add to them, or whatever you want to add. You can add some tuna, you can add some chicken, mix it up together, and these are really good. I think this is also, like they call it, poor man's meal. It's a very inexpensive meal, you know, because I got this bag for $1.50, and this gives us like 3 meals for my husband and I. For $1.50 to have 3 meals, and you can make different pasta dishes. You can make hamburger helper with this. You know, there's just so many things you could do with egg noodles. I really love to get egg noodles. I think they're definitely a prepping item. They're definitely good to have in your pantry in case, you know, you're kind of low on money or something like that, or your groceries are coming to an end before you get paid again, and there's like a couple of days before you get paid. These are always great to have, and you can always mix these up with boiled eggs and cut them up in little pieces and put some peas in, and it's really good. Really good. So I think the Clover Valley, this is from Dollar General. I think that's a good price for $1.50 for a bag of noodles, and this is actually a 12-ounce bag. So I thought that was pretty cool to get those. So let's go back into our bag and see what else we have. I did get the Smart and Simple storage bags. This was only $1. Now, this was in the dollar section. Storage bags, if I see them for $1, there's 20 inside. I always pick them up. It's always good to have extra, because if we go out on the weekend or something, go for a ride, I like to make sandwiches and take it with us. Or sometimes just having this in the home for having these in your home. Like if you're trying to organize, you can use these to put crayons in. You can use these to put like your child's play money in, Monopoly money, cards. You can use these for so many things. You know, even you could put socks if you want to like put socks if you're traveling. You can put socks in these, underwear. There's so many different things you can use storage bags. So I think storage bags are a great prepping item to have inside your home. And for $1 for 20 bags, that's a really good deal. And you know, sometimes I rewash mine. If they don't have meat inside of them and I can rewash them, I wash them and I use them over. And that is a great way to save money. Definitely. Now, these cups, I buy them quite often. These are the portion cups with lids, and that's what they look like. Let me open the bag so I can show you. Okay, this is what the cups look like. And what I like about these, I like having these for dips and sauces for work, especially when my husband is taking lunch and he wants like some barbecue sauce or some kind of dressing, or we having salad. These are great for that. You can use these for so many different things. And you can also use these to organize clips and different things if you're looking for a cheap, inexpensive way to organize your things in your craft room. See the lids on there? Really cool. If you want to put paints in here, glue, anything you want to use these for, these are great to use for storage. I really like these, and especially in the craft room. And the whole bag of, I'll tell you how many, 10 were in the dollar section. So if you go to the dollar section, Dollar General has a huge dollar section. So if you go in there, you can find these kind of things and use them for your craft room, use them for your kitchen, use them to put condiments, whatever you want to use these for. You can even use these if you grow herbs and you want to put herbs in there. You can also use these for herbs. So there's so many different things you can use those for. So I think that's a great prepping item. I did get this Wizard, and this is the fall scent. It smells so good. Let's go. Oh, that smells beautiful. Okay, I love having air freshener in my bathrooms. Anybody goes in the bathroom, it's great to have a can of air freshener. But this I'm also going to use just to spray around the house because this has such a nice autumn soft smell. It smells amazing. And this also was in the dollar section. And look at the pretty leaves on that. This is so good. So, you know, it's good to have those things in your home to help your home to smell good for $1. And your home smells nice when people come in or when you're home. It just smells really nice. So I am so happy that I picked that up. Some other scents, but that's the one I like the most. I did get another minced onion. Now, I like the other minced onion that comes in the jar that has the liquid. I like that, but I also like getting this for my spices, and I use this on chicken, on steak, on beef. You can put this in your chili. You can put this in beans, whatever you want to use it on, in your rice, in your eggs. It's just really good. This is for Clover Valley, and this also was $1, and I thought that was a really good deal for $1, and this is 2 ounces. It's right there at the bottom. You can see that if I'm coming in clear. And I did pick up the Clover Valley Rainbow Sprinkles. I like having these for cupcakes if I'm making cupcakes for the kids at church or some kind of DIY craft, you know, food craft. I like having these. And for my grandkids, when they come over, we have ice cream. We like putting some sprinkles on there. I thought this was a great size bottle. And this also is 3.25 ounces. So I thought that was really cool for $1. This also was in the dollar section, and it's always good to have something sweet in your pantry for your kids, for your grandkids, for you, even for you, for your family. Just something sweet that you can just put on ice cream, put on some pudding. It's just really good, even on pancakes with some Cool Whip. Really good. Sprinkles are old-fashioned and they're great. This is for my husband. He bought me a cute ornament the other day, and I saw this one. I'm like, oh, he's really gonna like that. And it was only $1. Isn't that adorable? It says Christmas. What does it say? Cozy Christmas. Has a nice tree. And it's just really pretty. I like the galvanized metal at the bottom. It's just really nice. So we like getting each other little gifts before Christmas and little ornaments for $1 and giving it to each other. We just like doing stuff like that. Now I got to show you, I've got some gravy. Now I love getting gravy. I also have the little cubes. I also have the little cubes that you can put inside whatever you're making in the broth and it turns it into gravy. I have those too. I think it's called bouillon or something like that. And I have the Pioneer roasted pork gravy. I did pick up 2 of these. Now, Pioneer is really, really good. I do pick up a lot of their gravies. I think these are great. Gravy's great for mashed potatoes. You can throw it on some biscuits. You can throw gravy on some rice. Gravy is good for so many things, and I like mixing them up. I also like putting gravy on stuffing, and it is so good when I make pork chops with stuffing on top. I put the gravy. So delicious. So I love picking up gravies when I find them, even though I can make them by scratch, but I like having those quick meals. You know, these are great when you're making a quick meal. So I like that. And here's another one. So I picked up 3 actually. And I picked up the brown gravy mix. I picked up the Clover Valley and they were $1. And I picked up 3 of these. And this is the brown gravy. And they're easy. They need like 1/4 cup of water, something like that. Or maybe 1 cup of water. This is 0.87 ounces. So, you know, gravies are great to have inside your pantry because you can also take these, you can also get a bag of noodles and pour some gravy on those noodles. And that's also a great recipe. You know, cook up some ground beef, throw on the ground beef on the noodles and some gravy, and there you have 1 meal. You can make another meal, like make like a cold salad. You have another meal. There's so many things you can do with this, and they're really, really good. You know, like I said, this video is much to do about nothing because I really didn't have a video plan. I just got on here and said, okay, you know, I want to make a video. What is it going to be about? And I thought, talk about prepping. Now, we know prepping can be important, right? It's good to be prepared to have the things you need for your family, for showers, soap, shampoo, detergent, toothpaste. All those things are important. But there's an opposite to that too. You don't want to live in the sense where we hoard so much that we're living more in fear than in wisdom. Now, I think it's very smart to prep. I have a friend that is giving me a canning pot. They already called me and they're going to bring me a canning pot. I actually had to call her because I was on vacation. And so I have to call her and let her know I'm back from vacation. She's going to meet me. She's just giving it to me. She has an extra one. And she said, I want to just gift you one. So she's going to give me one. And I'm pretty excited about that I'm going to get one of those pots. Because now I can. But there's always got to be wisdom. First, a big thing with me is if I ever see someone hungry, I'm going to help them. Whether they prepared or not. Because I've heard a lot, you know, this is for me and my family, which is smart. We do need to, when we're prepping, to make sure we have what we need for our family. But if somebody knocks on your door and they're hungry, where you can feed 2 mouths, you can feed 3 mouths. Okay? I hear people say sometimes, this is for me and my family. If you're not prepping, don't come ask me. Well, I get the gist of that too. But at the same time, the Bible says, he even talks about our enemies. It says, if your enemies are hungry, feed them. Why does God say that? Because he takes care of us with all our imperfections and everything we do, right? So if somebody's hungry, it says if somebody wants water, give them a glass of water. You never turn somebody away. Now, there's wisdom, okay? So I'm not saying if you haven't fed your family and your kids are hungry, you're going to give your food to your neighbor and let your kids starve. God doesn't want us to do that. I am talking about if you have that extra that you can help someone. If maybe you have an extra bread in your freezer, or you have some flour, an extra butter. If somebody knocks on your door, they need butter. I remember the old days when people would knock on the door and borrow sugar, butter, a cup of milk. I remember those good old days, the good old times. But we've gotten to the point where the love of many has grown cold. We need to remember anything can happen to any of us at any time. We could have a big stockpile. And you've heard of things happening all over the world, and that be gone in a second. So everything we have, we need to say, God, thank you for what I have, whether it's food, whether it's toilet paper, whatever I have is because of you, because you are my provider. But don't forget those who are hungry, who may be in need, who may need you to come by and make them an apple pie and bring it to their door. And I'm sure many of you probably already do that. But yeah, prepping is important because it's important to have the things you need prepped already in your pantry, where you know I have this, where you know your canning goods are there, and you have those canning goods to feed your family. You don't have to worry about going to the grocery store all the time. That's a blessing to not to have to do that all the time. But we also must remember that as much as it is great to prep, we must stay humble and remember that thank God for everything we have because it is only through him. But also remember that if you don't have it or the means, that God will provide your needs. And Matthew 6, he says that not to worry about what you're going to eat, what you're going to wear. Now, he's not saying don't go to work, but he's saying don't have your mind on those things every single day, where you're not even having a relationship with him and it's consuming you. He says he will provide when you don't have bread and you don't have milk. I'll tell you a quick, short story about my husband. Years ago, his mom and they were struggling a lot with food. And they ran out of eggs and they did not even have money to buy eggs. This was many years ago. And my husband he prayed and he said to his mom, don't worry, God will provide. He will provide eggs. Now, they never told anybody. They never went and called anybody, said, bring me eggs. They just waited. And a neighbor of theirs happened to come over and knocked on the door and said, I have eggs, a dozen eggs for you. Do you need them? Now, only God does that. And maybe there's somebody watching this saying, oh, that's a bunch of baloney. Well, maybe to you it is, but to me it is not. It is real. I have seen God provide in my life when I've had nothing, and God has provided everything in my life. From the top of my head to the twinkle toes of my toes, he has provided. He will provide. If you're out of a job and you lost your job, maybe, you got laid off, things like that come to all of us. All of us. Just know that you're not alone. He will provide for you. So that's much to do about nothing. The video I wanted to make today. What video do I want to make? A lot of my videos are very much pre-recorded before I even get to upload them. Sometimes they could be a week or two behind. However, all my videos, I mean them from my heart. I hope you enjoyed this video today. Maybe you saw something you can use. Remember the gravy and the egg noodles and those little cups and storage bags. All those things are so important. And you can always find a use for them in your home. Look in your craft room. Look through your things and see what you can use, like as far as storage, and use it in your craft room to put some of your things away. There's so much you can do. So I hope this much to do about nothing ends up being about something. May God bless you, and everyone have a great day. Bye.